Hello, welcome to this new video. Today I have a little bit different video for you, and I hope you enjoy it and that it can inspire you some way. In this vlog I will show you how all this week what I have been working on and doing. I will tell you a little bit about the client work that has been coming in, and I will also show you what I have done here at the studio. As you can see, it has changed a little bit for the good, I hope. I will show you how I did this and why I have done it, and maybe you have already seen some snippets on my Instagram and you know about it, but without further ado, let's get into it. This week I had two client commissions coming in, one for a commercial client and the other one for a private client. I got commissioned to do logo design, so it's more in the graphic design area. The client that commissioned me this works with natural healing and natural medicine made with herbs. And she wanted me to draw some image that shows what her business is about. We agreed that it would be a good fit for me to make a hand-drawn logo painted with pen and ink. So here you see me tracing the printed sketch.
So it was the real thoughts.
I traced on a new paper that I bought some months ago, and I haven't got the opportunity to try it out yet. So I was very happy to finally have something that I could use it for and try it out.
Yes, I'm lacking in the content of balancing productivity and free time.
After I finished inking, I went over to the other side of my studio where I have all my computer things, and I scanned the illustration of the logo. I only inked 2 of the copies that I did transfer, and that's why I didn't make any mistake. So I was satisfied with the 2 options that I got. I took it into Photoshop and removed the dust from the background. I didn't go into too many details, as I didn't know if the client would like this idea, so I just cleaned up the worst of it and then started playing around in Illustrator. I had already found some of the fonts that I thought would fit this logo design, So now here you see me trying out the different fonts that I had found and placing it in different ways. All the ways I could think of could fit this logo, and I tried everything, and this is pretty normal to me when I do logo design, or I used to. This is something that I did before doing illustration. So I tried everything that I could think of in different formats. I also had to think about having some, giving the client some options, so the logo could be used in a landscape format, if this makes any sense, meaning when you have to use it on the top banner of a website. I also made some options more square, in a more square format, if she wanted to use it on a business card. And of course I combined all the different options with all the different fonts that I found. I had also played around with the color of the little illustration, put some lines, I put some circles, and yeah, you can see there what I'm doing. I think I used about 2 or 3 hours doing this. Once I was happy with the different options that I got for the logo design, I set them up in nicely on a PDF document, which I sent to the client, so she could look at them and tell me which ones she liked the most. So at the moment I'm waiting for her to get back to me. So I might be working with this next week again. After that, I started working on the private commission that I got in. This is, as you can see, a cat portrait. I don't get so many cat portraits, so this was a fun thing to do. I also have a red cat, as you may know, and this is a red cat that I have to illustrate or portrait. I printed the sketch and traced it over to the watercolor paper that you can see here. And what I'm doing here is just to correct some small things in the drawing, so I have it as perfect as I can get it, to get the expression of this cat, which has this I don't care expression. Once I finished retouching the drawing of the cat, I didn't want to start it there because I only had 1 hour left of my work day that day. So I decided to work a little bit on my dahlias illustration. That is self-initiated project, is something that I'm working on to have on my website. I wanted something that can look like a bouquet of flowers or a garden. And I'm using all what I have learned from the last illustrations that I worked on in my sketchbook, and some of the last things that I have shown in my Instagram. So it will be a little bit more realistic, but still more loose than the work that I usually do. So this day I only managed to finish one flower that was already started and to start a new one. So this goes slowly, but at some point I will finish it. You can see a lot of reels on my Instagram where I show how I paint these flowers, and I will continue sharing a little bit each day if I can. So go there if you want to see that. Today is Wednesday, and I have to put my place in order, and I have to make a little gallery out of it, because on Friday I will have an open studio day, actually all the weekend, so I have to go through everything and put the things away that doesn't look so good, and find the images, the pieces that I want to show on the walls. I have to find all my frames. Maybe you remember in one of my blogs I painted some old frames, so now I have to find them and see what I want to put inside of them. And yeah, so I have a lot of things to do.
time.